Jiovanni Ian Lennan, better known as Baney, was on his way home on Welch Alley, which connects Iguana and Gibnut Streets, when he came under gunfire around 7 o'clock. Surveillance footage in the area captured how an unsuspected Lennan walked down the alley and a gunman creeps up behind him before firing a close-range shot to the head. The gunman then runs away. Within seconds, Lennan is motionless on the pavement with his face up in a pool of his own blood.
Last night, just at about 7:30, police were called to Welch Alley, where they observed a male person lying face down. He was identified as Jiovanni Lennan. He had apparent gunshot wounds to his body.
Lennan had just left work at the National Fire Service on Cleghorn Street, where he was assigned to training a group of volunteer recruits. A firefighter for over 8 years, Lennan had recently passed a promotional exam and was to move up the ranks. But his life was cut short. The news spread like wildfire and his co-workers remained in disbelief. Ty Bradley and Lennan were not only co-workers, they both played basketball with National Elite Basketball League. Lennan played with the Grigga Ballers. Although on opposing teams, Bradley says they were good friends.
I'm going on the basketball court and chill out one little bit with a couple of my friends, and we there, and the next thing I know, we get a call that something happened to Baney, and I was like, no, can't be, because I just found out work, no? And that was when I get the news. That was sad. That was sad news to me, man. I never like that. You know, I'm a nice guy. You know, never know bad guy to me. You know, never know gunman, nothing like that. You know, I'm a co-worker of mine and nice guy. Everybody know him as a good guy. And man, that me kind of bad. I still try to get over that news there, because then I did a work right now and everything just happens sudden like that.
From what I know of him, and every day you see him, he's always, "Hi Chief, how's it going?" And he's very soft-spoken, so I know that part, but there was never any, signs of any trouble for us.
A police officer who was in the vicinity responded to the shooting and set chase behind the gunman. He fired a single shot at the gunman, who scaled the fence to the Rogers Stadium, but was soon after captured inside the compound. That suspect, who is expected to be charged within 24 hours, is no stranger to the law and was recently charged in connection with the murder of Lyndon Bailey. Superintendent Alejandro Coa says that while the police were able to apprehend the suspect, the murder weapon has not been found.
A police officer was in the immediate area. He heard a gunshot and he proceeded to that location. And as he was approaching that area, he saw a male person running from the scene with a firearm on his hand. He ordered the male person to stop. However, the person raised his hand and pointed a firearm at his direction. And as a result, the police pulled out his service firearm and fired a shot at the male person, who thereafter ran through some houses, through a construction site, and then jumped into the Rogers Stadium, where he was later caught by police officers. Yes, he is known to us. I know that he has been dealt with previously for also a shooting that happened by Youth of the Future Drive. I know that those charges were withdrawn from him, and only one person is in remand at this moment for that murder. Last night we did a thorough search of the entire area. However, we were unsuccessful in finding a firearm. I know that police officers were there early this morning and we're still trying to canvass that area to see if we can locate that firearm there.
So what could have triggered the crime? Lennan is a law-abiding citizen, but police say they are looking at all angles to determine the motive.
We are still trying to establish the exact motive. As we know, as you had mentioned, Mr. Lennan was a person who, from his work to his house, and he associates with people of good character. We have not have any indication of him of being a gang member or doing things out of the law, no? But we are following several leads that can possibly tell us what is the motive behind his death.
Sir, might it have been of a domestic or personal nature, that somebody may have, escalated what might have been a personal dispute or so into something that why man have to dead?
Well, we are looking at that information likewise as people are commenting. That is one of the angles that we're looking at, and we are looking at other angles that we also have.
Duane, Moody for News 5.